Hi, this is Josh Foster reporting from my weather observation station in Kenai, Alaska. Here at my house, it was pretty normal weather this week, I'd say. There were some moments where the weather got a little bit weird, and of course there were, as you can probably see by this graph right here, some really big jumps in numbers, which is actually pretty normal here. You'd be surprised how many times a maximum hits 30 in a day and the minimum is like -3 at night. So that's probably why the graph looks so weird here. Don't worry, that's actually pretty normal. And also don't worry about the enable editing and stuff like that. This is a different computer, so I was only able to download to edit or view anything else. So my weather observations for this week, we're going to start out with the temperatures right here. As you can probably see on day 1, on the 8th of February, I checked it every day at around 1 o'clock, or at least close to that, sometimes over. You can see that the high right here is pretty cold. It was 11.3 degrees. The average was like 6.9. Of course, the minimum was a -6.8 overall, pretty much. It was like down there close to -7. The next day it warmed up a bit, as you can probably see. Day 2. Day 3 got much warmer. Day 3 was actually a lot warmer. Hit a high of 30. Only a low of like 14.8. And then a high of 33.7 and a low of 21.5. Then, of course, as you can probably see here, it hits 34.2 as the maximum on, I believe, the right temperature knob. And then all the way down here hits -3.7. Because today, the day after, on Saturday, it was very cold. Oh my gosh. Not today, sorry. Today's Sunday. Saturday and Sunday, though, it got much colder. Today, it was just freezing outside. Oh my gosh. So yeah, that's about it for the temperature there. As you can see, it's pretty close together and then just completely falls apart because that's just Kenai weather for you. It's just something I'm used to. And then as you can see right here, the barometric pressure pretty much goes with that. Here at my observation station, you can see the temperatures rise and then kind of like just keep going up higher and higher towards the end of the week with very little drop. And the barometric pressure kind of stays the same because it kind of shows you got cold. It was still cold. Got much warmer, got a little bit warmer, and then just went way warmer, and then barometric pressure just completely dropped. It started out the week pretty high at about 31 almost. It was way up there in inches of mercury, or in millibars about 1060. Then it went all the way down to 999 millibars, which is just absurd. That's some really weird weather right there, but I mean, like I said, again, Kenai, Alaska, you're going to see that a lot. We have the weirdest weather down here because I am just, my weather observation station, forgot to mention this earlier, sorry, is located just east of the Kachemak Bay area, like the Cook Inlet area. It's pretty much just like a maritime climate, I believe is what it's called. It's just, we're kind of like on ocean weather, but also like we're south central and not southeast or southwest, so there's like not that much, like it's not as bad as Homer, which is completely controlled by the sea. So the weather here varies like a lot. It's pretty common for the weather to be just completely whack like it is. But low pressure coming in, all that right there. For my weather observation station, of course, air temperatures, like I said before, they're pretty similar to each other, but then of course it always just has to drop because it's Kenai. You can probably see my weather observation sheet right here. On the first day, the left read 11.3, right read 11.3, and the minimum was -6.2, -6.8 degrees Fahrenheit. Then it was 15.3, 15.3, 6.4, and 6.3, 30.7. Huge jump here, nearly double. Actually, that is over double a temperature jump on both sides. Just over that, and you can probably see 14.8, 14.8, 33.6 on the left, 33.7 on the right, 21.8, 21.5, and then this one is where it kind of jumps and doesn't really agree with each other, but that's just because I said, weird weather on the 5th day. Oh, sorry, it's not 999 millibars, it's 1,000, almost 1,010. So 34.2 degrees, 30.6 degrees, -3.2, -3.7. Averages pretty much show what was going on this week there. Pretty big jumps. So the weather this week, on the first few days, there was like no precipitation. I believe on either the second or third day there was some snow though, but it was pretty light. The visibility was lowered, however, and there was altostratus clouds almost all over, gray skies each day. until about Wednesday, and then it started to clear up a bit more. And as it got warmer and warmer, warm winds and all that, the clouds turned to like more cirrus up in the higher parts of our atmosphere, and those cirrus clouds kind of stayed throughout the week. And the cloud coverage was full in the beginning, then 3/4, then like a half, then a quarter, then a half again. But it was like half cirrus. I don't know. It was pretty weird clouds. But like I said, there wasn't very much precipitation. The Beaufort number was 0 in the beginning of the week, but then as it got warmer, there was kind of like a warm, I think it might have been like a warm front or something. I'm not quite sure, but it was pushing like warm air and like warm winds. And each day it just got warmer and warmer, so there was just like more wind. So the Beaufort number slowly rose from 0 to 1 to 2, and then it never really went above 2. There was like trees shaking and all that, but that's about it. The winds were mostly coming from like northeast kind of region. There was one day where it switched west, I believe, but it was mostly just like winds coming from the north, reading on my compass. So yeah, that's about it. Like I said, some pretty high temperatures this week. It rose a lot. Barometric pressure went down as the temperature rose, and the winds kind of came in later with the northeast and northeast directions on my compass where I was facing the wind. So yeah, that's my weather observations for the week, and thank you for watching.